Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in each of our lives when we must stand firm, look ourselves in the mirror and say, I am enough. Not because the world has told us so, but because deep within us we know it to be true. Life will challenge you. It will throw obstacles in your path, whisper doubts into your ears, and make you question your worth. But let me tell you this, you were never created to shrink. You were made to rise. Confidence is not about having all the answers. It is about stepping forward even when the road is uncertain. It is about knowing that your voice has weight, that your dreams are valid, and that no one, not a single soul, can take away the power that is already inside you. Some may try to tell you that you are too much, too loud, too bold. Let them talk. You do not need permission to take up space. Walk with grace, speak with strength, and hold your head high, for you are worthy of every success, every joy, and every triumph that comes your way. And when you rise, because you will rise, do not forget to reach back and lift someone else. True confidence is not just about standing tall. It is about helping others find their strength too. So today I leave you with this: believe in yourself so fiercely that even your shadow stands taller. Know your worth, embrace your power, and walk boldly into the world. Because you are enough. Belief in oneself is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. It is the quiet, unwavering voice within that says, I can, even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. It is the light that refuses to dim, the strength that carries you forward when doubt and fear try to hold you back. From the moment we enter this world, we are conditioned to seek approval from family, from teachers, from society. We are taught to measure ourselves against standards that were never designed for us. And too often, we allow the doubts of others to become the limits we place upon ourselves. But the truth is, no one has the power to define you except you. Your worth is not determined by opinions, circumstances, or setbacks. It is determined by the belief you hold in yourself. Self-belief does not mean that you will never struggle. It does not mean that fear will not creep in or that failure will never visit. But it does mean that when you fall, you will rise. When doors close, you will find another way. And when the world tells you that you are not enough, you will look within and say, I am more than enough. History is filled with people who were told they would never succeed, yet they defied the odds not because they had special privileges, but because they had an unshakable belief in themselves. Every great artist, every visionary, every leader who has left a mark on this world first had to believe in their own power. The journey of self-belief is not always easy. There will be moments when you question your path, when fear whispers, what if you fail? But I ask you, what if you succeed? What if everything you dream of is just on the other side of fear? What if the only thing standing between you and your greatest potential is your willingness to believe? You must be your own biggest champion. Speak to yourself with kindness. Nurture your dreams as you would a delicate seed, watering them with faith and determination. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, but more importantly, be the person who uplifts yourself. Because at the end of the day, the most powerful force in your life is not the world around you. It is the belief within you. So stand tall, walk boldly, and never let anyone, not even yourself, convince you that you are anything less than extraordinary. Because you are powerful, you are capable, you are enough. Fear and doubt are among the greatest thieves of dreams. They creep into our minds, whispering uncertainties, making us question our abilities, our worth, and our purpose. They tell us we are not ready, that we are not good enough, that we should wait for the right moment, the right skills, the right validation. But let me tell you this, there is no perfect moment. There is only now. Fear, in its essence, is not the enemy. It is a natural response to the unknown, a protective instinct designed to keep us safe. But too often, fear does not just protect us, it paralyzes us. It keeps us trapped in comfort zones that offer no growth. It convinces us that failure is a fate worse than never trying. And doubt feeds that fear, making us hesitate, second guess, and sometimes even abandon the very dreams that set our souls on fire. But here is the truth: fear is a liar. Doubt is a deceiver. They make problems seem bigger than they are. They make risks seem impossible to take. They make us forget that every person who has ever accomplished anything great first had to take a leap of faith. Think about the people who inspire you. The leaders, the artists, the innovators, the trailblazers. Do you think they never felt fear? Of course they did. But the difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to move forward despite it. You must train your mind to push through fear. When doubt tells you you can't do this, respond with, watch me. When fear says, what if you fail? Answer back, what if I succeed? When hesitation creeps in, reminding you of past mistakes, remind yourself that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. The key to overcoming fear and doubt is action. Action silences fear. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, you weaken fear's grip on you. Every time you push through self-doubt, you build confidence. Every time you refuse to let fear stop you, you grow stronger. And here's another truth: you have already overcome so much. Think back to moments in your life when you thought you couldn't make it through, but you did. Think of the challenges you've faced, the heartbreaks you've survived, the obstacles you've conquered. You are still here. You are still standing. That is proof that you are stronger than fear, greater than doubt, and capable of far more than you believe. So, the next time fear whispers you can't, stand firm and say, I will. The next time doubt tells you to play small, rise tall and say, I am meant for more. Because you are. And once you decide to no longer let fear and doubt control you, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you possess. It is not just the words you speak, it is the energy behind them, the conviction that fuels them, the truth they carry. Yet, too often we are taught to silence ourselves, to shrink our thoughts, to make our voices smaller so that others feel more comfortable. But I say to you today, your voice matters. Your words have power, and the world needs to hear them. Throughout history, the most profound changes have come from those who dared to use their voices. Voices that challenged injustice, voices that spoke truth in times of silence, voices that carried wisdom across generations. These voices were not always the loudest, but they were strong because they were courageous, unapologetic, and authentic. But somewhere along the way, many of us begin to doubt the importance of our own voices. We think, what do I have to say that hasn't already been said? Or what if no one listens? And so we stay quiet. We hold our opinions inside. We hesitate to stand up for what we believe in. Let me tell you something: silence does not serve you. It does not serve your dreams, your purpose, or your destiny. Your thoughts, your perspective, your truth, they are uniquely yours, and they deserve to be heard. Your voice has the power to inspire. Think of a time when someone's words lifted you, changed your perspective, or gave you the strength to keep going. Maybe it was a teacher, a mentor, a friend, or even a stranger. Their words had power because they spoke them with belief and authenticity. And just as their voice impacted you, your voice can impact someone else. Your voice has the power to heal. The words you speak to yourself and to others can be a source of encouragement, love, and hope. When you speak kindly to yourself, you affirm your worth. When you speak kindness to others, you remind them of theirs. Your voice can be the bridge between pain and healing, between despair and hope. Your voice has the power to create change. Whether in your home, your community, or the world, what you say and stand for matters. It is easy to think that one person cannot make a difference, but every movement, every revolution, every shift in history began with one voice. So if you have something to say, say it. If you have an idea, share it. If you have a truth that burns inside you, let it be known. Speak with courage, even if your voice shakes. Speak with passion, even if your words come out imperfectly. Speak with confidence because your voice, your presence, your truth, your chartreuse. Pain is one of life's greatest teachers. It arrives uninvited, often knocking us down when we least expect it. It comes in many forms: loss, betrayal, failure, disappointment. Sometimes it lingers in the quiet corners of our minds, whispering that we are broken, that we are weak, that we will never recover. But I stand before you today to tell you this: your pain does not define you. What you do with it does. Pain, as difficult as it is, holds a power that most people fail to see. It has the ability to transform, to strengthen, to build resilience. The most powerful people in history did not rise because they were spared from suffering. They rose because they turned their pain into power. Think about the struggles you have faced in your life, the moments when you thought you wouldn't make it through, the nights when tears became your only language, the days when you carried the weight of the world on your shoulders. And yet you are still here. You survived. And survival itself is proof that you are stronger than you ever imagined. But survival is not the end of your story. You were not meant to just endure pain, you were meant to transform it. You were meant to take your struggles and turn them into stepping stones, to take your hardships and shape them into wisdom, to take the hurt you have known and use it to heal others. Some of the most incredible artists, leaders, and visionaries of the world created beauty from their pain. They took heartbreak and turned it into poetry. They took rejection and turned it into resilience. They took oppression and turned it into revolution. They refused to let pain break them. Instead, they let it build them. And you can do the same. Pain is fuel if you allow it to be. It can push you to work harder, to dream bigger, to love deeper. It can teach you lessons that no success ever could. It can shape you into someone who understands, who empathizes, who rises not just for themselves, but for others. But first you must make a choice. You must decide that your pain will not be a prison, it will be a platform. That your struggles will not silence you, they will give you a voice. That your past will not hold you back, it will push you forward. So when life knocks you down, do not stay there, rise. When the world tells you that your pain is a weakness, remind them that it is your greatest strength. Because there is power in every scar, wisdom in every wound, and purpose in every struggle. There is something powerful about a person who walks with purpose. You can see it in the way they move, the way they speak, the way they carry themselves. They do not stumble through life aimlessly. They do not let the wind of uncertainty toss them in every direction. Instead, they walk with intention, with clarity, with the unshakable knowledge that they are here for a reason. And so are you. But what does it mean to walk with purpose? It means understanding that your life is not random, that you were not placed on this earth just to exist, but to make an impact. It means knowing that every step you take, every decision you make, every action you pursue should bring you closer to something meaningful. Purpose is not just about what you do, it is about why you do it. Too often, people drift through life without direction, waiting for purpose to magically reveal itself. They think, one day I'll figure out what I'm meant to do. But purpose does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who seek. If you want to walk with purpose, you must choose it. You must decide that your time, your energy, your presence in this world will not be wasted. Purpose is not always loud and obvious. It does not always arrive in grand revelations. Sometimes it is found in the smallest things, in the way you treat people, in the passions that set your soul on fire, in the quiet callings that won't let you go. Your purpose may be to create, to heal, to teach, to lead, to uplift. It may be to change the world or to simply change one life. And that too is enough. The impact you make does not have to be measured in fame or fortune. Purpose is not about being seen, it is about making a difference. If you are unsure of your purpose, do not wait for life to hand it to you. Start moving. Take a step towards something that excites you, something that challenges you, something that makes you feel alive. purpose is not found in hesitation, it is found in action. When you walk with purpose, you naturally walk with confidence. You hold your head high, not because life is easy, but because you know where you are going. Even when the path is unclear, even when obstacles arise, you do not waver, because you are not just walking, you are moving forward with intention. Confidence does not mean you will never experience doubt. It does not mean you will never question yourself. But when you walk with purpose, you push past the doubt, past the fear, past the distractions. You remind yourself, I am here for a reason. I have something to offer this world. I will not let fear keep me from fulfilling my purpose. Walking with purpose means walking even when the road is difficult. It means persistence. There will be moments when you want to stop, when setbacks try to convince you that your dreams are too big, that your goals are too far away. But purpose is not about perfection, it is about perseverance. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who kept going when others quit. They are the ones who walked through storms, climbed mountains, and refused to turn back when the journey got tough. Because they knew their purpose was worth the struggle. A person who truly walks with purpose does not walk alone. They reach out, they lift others, they create space for those who are still finding their way. Because purpose is not just about personal success, it is about impact. It is about leaving something behind that is greater than yourself. So as you walk, do not just think about where you are going. Think about who you can help along the way. Think about the people who may need your encouragement, your guidance, your wisdom. Because walking with purpose is not just about getting ahead, it is about bringing others forward with you. No matter where you are in life, no matter how lost you may feel, know this, your purpose is already inside you. It is waiting for you to claim it, to own it, to walk boldly in it. Do not waste time doubting yourself. Do not let fear keep you stagnant. Get up, stand tall, and start walking. Because when you walk with purpose, there is nothing that can stop you. Success is not meant to be a solitary journey. No matter how high you climb, how much you achieve, or how far you go, true greatness is not measured by what you accomplish alone. It is measured by how many people you lift along the way. There is a common misconception that success is a race, that in order to win, you must outrun or outshine everyone else. But the truth is, the most fulfilling success is not about standing at the top alone. It is about reaching back, extending a hand, and bringing others up with you. Think about the people who have helped shape you into who you are today. Maybe it was a teacher who encouraged you when no one else did. Maybe it was a mentor who saw potential in you before you saw it in yourself. Maybe it was a friend, a parent, a stranger, someone who, in a moment of doubt, reminded you of your worth. Their belief in you mattered. Their kindness mattered. Their willingness to share what they knew, to guide you, to uplift you, that mattered. And now, as you rise, you have the same opportunity to do that for someone else. No one achieves greatness alone. Behind every success story is a network of people who contributed in some way. The strongest communities, the most resilient societies are built on the foundation of lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. When you extend a hand to someone else, you are not just helping them, you are strengthening the entire foundation. You are creating a ripple effect that goes beyond what you can see. Because when one person rises and they help another, and that person helps another, an entire generation is empowered. One of the most damaging mindsets in the world is the belief that success is limited, that in order for one person to win, someone else must lose. This scarcity mindset breeds competition instead of collaboration, envy instead of encouragement. But here's the truth, there is enough room for all of us to rise. You do not lose anything by helping someone else succeed. In fact, you gain something far greater: respect, loyalty, gratitude, and the satisfaction of knowing that you did not just climb a ladder, but you built a bridge. One day when people speak about you, what do you want them to say? That you were successful, that you achieved great things, or that because of you, others were able to achieve great things too? The true measure of your success is not in how high you go, but in how many lives you touch along the way. The legacy you leave behind will not just be in what you accomplish, it will be in the people you empowered, the opportunities you created, and the difference you made in someone else's life. So as you rise, remember this: lift others, share what you know, encourage, support, and guide. Because success is not just about reaching the top, it's about bringing others with you. And when we lift each other, we all rise higher. Each of us is born with limitless potential, yet too often we allow fear, doubt, and hesitation to hold us back. But today I challenge you to rise above those limitations. Believe in yourself. Walk with purpose. Use your voice, transform your pain into power. And as you rise, lift others along the way. Self-belief is not about arrogance. It is about recognizing the greatness within you and refusing to let the world diminish it. Confidence is not about being fearless. It is about choosing to move forward despite the fear. Walking with purpose does not mean knowing every step of the journey. It means trusting that every step you take is leading you somewhere meaningful. And most importantly, remember that success is not just about how far you go. It's about how many lives you touch along the way. The true measure of a life well lived is not found in titles, wealth, or recognition, but in the impact you leave behind. So step boldly into the world. Speak with conviction. Stand tall in your truth. Know that you are more capable than you ever imagined, and that within you lies the power to inspire, to create, and to change the world. The journey ahead will not always be easy, but you were not made to shrink. You were made to shine. Walk forward with confidence. Embrace your power, and never forget you are unstoppable.